Did you know that there are many schools of thought about what the original name of Africa was?
Did you know there are many historical standpoints about what the meaning of the name Africa is?
That historically, Africa was likely known by a variety of names such as coffee, Otegia, Libya, and Ethiopia?
Did you know that the name Africa was likely born in the late 17th century?
Wow, if you did, continue spreading knowledge. If you didn't, now you know.
Here's a question for you. What do you think Africa was called before it became Africa? 3 seconds to write your answer in the comment section. Our answer is at the end of the video, so stay tuned.
Just like we quizzed you, we conducted a street quiz to assess the views and understanding of others about what the original name of the continent now known as Africa is. Here's what they thought. Before we start, if you don't mind, you can tell us your name or something.
My name is
Thank you. My first question is, what do you think Africa was originally called before it became Africa?
The dark continent? I'm not sure, but I think something like that.
Right. And the second one is, what do you think the name Africa means?
Africa.
Okay. Have you ever thought of this prior? Did you ever think Africa was called something else before it became? Like, did you ever think about it? You haven't thought about it. Okay. And what do you think the name Africa originates from? Like, where does it come from? How did it come about?
Yeah, I can say it's crafted from different African villages. Like something like that.
You're actually right. Yeah, you are. Thank you. I really appreciate.
Thank you too.
What do you think the original name of Africa was before it was called Africa?
No idea.
Same.
Okay. Where do you think the name Africa originates from? Like, where does it come from?
Damn. I don't know.
It's fine. It's geography. Okay. What do you think the meaning of Africa is?
Yeah. I don't know the meaning of Africa.
Okay, so the first question I have for you guys is, what was the original name of Africa before it became Africa?
I remember seeing this as well. It was me. I remember the name you said. I can't remember.
Where were you running
I
so
never heard about original name.
What about you? You say you saw it somewhere, but maybe you
I
don't
can't
remember.
remember.
It's okay. Also, where do you think the name Africa originates from now? Where does it come from? You know, that kind of thing.
It's not made up.
Well, if it's made up, maybe someone made it up, or some people made it up. Like, it has to come from somewhere, or something that happened that led to it.
I think maybe it was like the way they interpreted the original name. They like took it and then they changed it to a way they pronounced it or something.
Okay.
But I know it's the original name is close to that.
So, and the last one is, what do you think the meaning of Africa is? You can say what you think Africa could possibly mean. I'll also tell you what we found.
I would say, is it like a land of wealth, something around that?
It's possible. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Okay. All right. And just prior to this conversation, have you guys ever thought that Africa could possibly have been called something else? I think you said you've never heard of an original name. What about you?
I think so. It was called prior before the colonization.
All right. Thank you.
What was the original name of Africa before it's called Africa?
I don't remember.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. Where do you think the name of Africa originates from? Where does the name originate from?
think maybe the country where it originates.
Yeah, where do you think it comes from?
I think the local of Africa. This country, maybe Libya or something.
Libya or okay.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you think the meaning of Africa is? The meaning.
Zenj.
Come
The
again?
people of Zenj. The name Zenj, I read it somewhere.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What was the original name of Africa before it became Africa?
I really have no idea.
It's fine. I'll let you know what we have found.
Okay.
Also, what do you think the meaning of Africa is?
Probably, I don't know. Maybe something like the land of spice. Maybe, I don't know.
Okay. Then where do you think the name Africa originates from?
Another, I don't know.
All right. Thank you so much. I really appreciate
Sure.
it.
What?
Okay. So the first question is, what was the original name of Africa before it became Africa? What do you think?
Okay.
Is Aki. Can you continue for me?
What?
Is it Akibala or something like that?
Ooh, I think you're getting it.
Yeah,
Alkabulan.
Akabulan.
Yes.
yeah.
You know, actually, you guys are the first people to say this.
Oh, because I read a lot about Africans.
Oh, really?
So just continue.
Okay. And then the second question is, where do you think the name Africa originates from? Where does it come from? Africa.
Let's see.
I don't know. I'll just give my perspective
Okay.
because I don't know actually.
Yeah, it's okay.
Maybe it's after maybe it came from the colonialists and just turned it into Africa because many things in Africa, the names have been turned because of colonies.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. And I'll ask the other question. What do you think the meaning of Africa is? What does the name Africa mean? What do you think? Also, if you don't have a definite answer.
We don't know.
It's okay.
I don't know, but I don't think. Even
Okay.
if I give my perspective, it will be too different.
Sawa, thank you. Yes, that is what most people thought. You have seen the videos. And we also interview so many more people off camera. And from our interviews, it's evident that most people really don't know what the name Africa means, or what the name Africa originates from, or what Africa could have possibly been called before it became Africa.
That is why we believe there is the need to spread knowledge. We have to understand ourselves, where we come from, our history, and our roots if we want to become a better people. So what is the original name of Africa? Africa's roots are deep and complex, with a culturally and ethnically diverse people. Therefore, there are different views about the original name of Africa. However, according to Kemetic history of Africa, the ancient name of Africa was Alkebulan, meaning Mother of Mankind or Garden of Eden. Alkebulan was used by the Moors, Nubians, Ethiopians, and other indigenous people. Now that you know that, let's dive further and understand what the meaning of the word Africa is and where it originates from. According to some studies on the etymology of Africa, the name Africa is linked to indigenous African languages like the Egyptian word Afrika, meaning motherland, or the word Afraka, meaning first sun soul, a word linked to the Dogons in the region of Mali, West Africa. On another hand, some studies claim that the name Africa originates from European origin, from languages like Roman, Latin, Greek, Dutch, or Arabic during early Western interactions with Africans. For instance, the Greek word Aprika, meaning land free of cold and horror, and the Latin words Aprica, meaning sunny, or affair, meaning dark or black, are said to be linked to the origin of the name Africa. This continent is indeed complex. What do you think? Leave your answers in the comment section. Yes, even with so many schools of thought about the origin of the name Africa and what it means, what we believe is that Africa is the birthplace of all beings, Al-Kibulan, the mother of mankind.